does it mean to be a missionary, and what are the challenges of being a missionary nowadays? My first missionary journey took me to Timor-Leste. The Timorese lost many lives and their country destroyed as they struggle for their independence from their colonizer since 1975, Indonesia. I first arrived in Timor-Leste in 2001 as a scholastic, responding to a request from the Jesuits in the Conference of Asia and the Pacific. I could not believe what I was seeing upon stepping on the soil of Timor-Leste for the first time. Being driven from the airport to Dili to our Jesuit residence in Tibesi, I saw hundreds of houses burnt to the ground, and only the residence of the bishop survived. Reaching the Jesuit residence in Tibesi, I was taken to the garden to visit the two graves of two Jesuits killed during the 1999 crisis, Father Cao Obrek and Father Tarcisius Dewanto. Both were killed 5 days apart, on the 6th and on the 11th of September in 1999. Question came through my mind at the time. What am I doing here? What can I contribute here? What contribution can I make here? Where is God while the Timorese are suffering and their country destroyed? Learning a new language, culture and tradition were not so easy, and adapting to their culture requires time and patience. After 3 months of being in Timor-Leste, the romance period began to wear off and reality hits in. I was a foreigner in a foreign land, and I had difficulty in communicating with the local people, let alone contribute to the education ministry, which they so desperately need to develop after their struggle for independence. I realized then that being a missionary was not about baptizing or catechizing them into Catholic like Francis Xavier did a few hundred years earlier. It was about being with them, listening to them, understanding their struggles, suffering and pain, as well as their hopes for a bright future. It took me 6 years to be able to understand a little bit about the language, their music, dance, culture, rituals, their values, and their hopes and dreams, as well as why they fought so hard for their independence. My second missionary journey took me to Cambodia. I was invited to Cambodia to assist in setting up the first Jesuit school there. I arrived in January 2015 and had to learn a new language, culture, tradition all over again. My experience of Timor-Leste allowed me to adapt to a new culture a bit easier. However, the Khmer language and alphabet were the most challenging aspect I had to overcome. Timor-Leste had over 90% of Catholic, while Cambodia has over 90% Buddhist. I found myself like a child having to learn the alphabet, the vowels, and a new language, new culture, new tradition in a new place. After a few months struggling to get a grasp of the Khmer language, questions start to rush through my head once again. Like, why am I here? What can I contribute here? How am I going to help in the construction of a new Jesuit school when I cannot communicate with them? Getting around the Khmer language as well as doing things in a totally different manner were the biggest challenge to me. Not being able to communicate and relating to the local people, especially to our students, were causing me anxiety, stress, and irritation. I had to rely on the local people to show me how to do things in their own context and culture. I must admit, it is frightening to find oneself in this situation where you are not in control and requires other people to help you instead of you helping them out. I believe new missionaries and volunteers also go through this phase when they come to an undeveloped country to assist. For some, it may take 1 year, and for others, it may take up to 2 or 3 years to overcome this challenging period. For me, it was patience and a constant reminder of why I came here in the first place that helped me overcome this phase. The phase of doubt as to why I'm here or what can I contribute here. Patience will eventually allow us to break through this stressful and alienating state of being. Once we can break through this stressful period, then we can begin our true mission. A former provincial once asked me before I left for my missionary journey, "How patient are you?" He goes on to remind me that I will need a lot of patience to work in a new country as a missionary. Now I have been asked to return to Australia to take on a new leadership role in the Australian province after 14 years being overseas. I feel like being a missionary again, returning to Australia. This feels like my third missionary journey. Many things have changed over the last 14 years, and I will have to learn new things and new ways of doing things all over again. I feel anxious and scared at the same time because I need to readapt myself to the Australian context and culture again. What are the essential aspects of being a missionary? What I have learned from my time in Timor-Leste and Cambodia. I've learned a few important lessons, and they have helped me achieve my goals in both countries. Firstly, prayer is an essential aspect in the life of a missionary. Trusting in God and placing oneself in God's hand is important. Sometimes what I plan is one thing, but God may change it beyond my own plan. Second, a spiritual life gives me strength and courage to face all the obstacles and challenges throughout my daily activity and ministry. We do need a good spiritual life. Third, striking a balance between work and relaxation. Do not get too stressed out. I've learned to set certain priorities and try as best to achieve them I can. Fourth, collaboration and teamwork will enable us to achieve our mission and goals. Working with others and collaborating with others will allow us to achieve our vision and mission better. I cannot do it alone, and I need others to achieve the goals. Fifth, trusting in the local staff and teachers to work together with them side by side, rather than in front or behind them. Working in front, we must pull them along, and after a while, we will get tired. Pushing from behind, eventually, we will get tired also. Therefore, walking side by side, we move forward together, and we move further, and will not get tired so easily. My third journey has begun, and it will take me quite some time to get used to, because 14 years is quite a long time to catch up. I'm certain that my Jesuit companions, as well as our lay partners, will be there to help me adjust and provide a helping hand whenever I need them. there will be new possibilities and many opportunities. So I do look forward to this third journey.